Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment. Let me know your thoughts on the story. Dressed in a white forensic suit over a tracksuit, then 15-year-old Santre Sanchez Gayle had travelled to Hackney in a taxi. His intention was to K his target for £200. Little did the 15-year-old Santre know was that CCTV had caught him nonchalantly resting a sawn off on the front gate of the flat when he knocked on the door. His target was a 26-year-old mom called Gulistan Subasi, who was planning on marrying her new partner in Turkey next year, and she was preparing to celebrate her son's 9th birthday, who was living with her ex-husband's family. The hit was said to be ordered by her ex-husband. Now, the teenager from Kensal Green, northwest London, was a gang member and part of Kensal Green boys, and his tag name was Riot. He came from a family whom were known to police, as at least 2 family members were already in jail for M's. So Santre Gayle had been failed by the very people who were supposed to care and love him. So, weeks prior to the tragic and brutal incident on March 2010, 22-year-old Izak Billy, who was known as Iceman, had recruited Santre to carry out the hit on the mom. Now, Riot was known to be loyal and easily led and misguided. It was alleged that Izak had been contacted by Gulistan Subasi's ex-husband, who was looking for someone to M her. However, when Gulistan's ex-husband went on trial for hiring a hitman, he was astonishingly cleared of the crime, along with 4 others. So, on the date of the brutal incident, Santre Gayle, also known as Riot, was a low-level dealer. He was told that he would get £2,000 for the M, and he intended to buy new trainers, a tracksuit and a hat with the money. However, Billy was paid £2,000 and Santre was only paid £200. He was taken advantage of. Now, Riot had never K'd anyone before, but for the money he would turn himself into a professional. As part of the Kensal Green boys, Santre took a taxi to Hackney, walked down the street, knocked on Gulistan's mum's door, sawn off in hand, and when Gulistan answered the door, she was struck at point-blank range, red marking the entryway and the white forensic suit. Now, Gulistan collapsed. Her mum ran to the doorway and held her daughter, sobbing. Tragically, Gulistan was pronounced dead at the scene in her mum's arms. The 26-year-old Gulistan actually lived in Turkey at the time of the M, but she had come back to London to see her son as it was his birthday, and again, the son was living with her ex-husband's family. She answered the door because she thought that somebody was dropping off her son. Now, when police investigated the brutal crime, they believed that the hitman was a professional. The incident was classed as professional and calculated. They had no idea that 15-year-old Santre was responsible until they retrieved the CCTV and watched it back. Santre showed no panic, no nerves, even when he escaped back in the taxi. Now, after the M, Santre Gayle received 2 payments which totaled just £200, and it could happen to you as well. Now, the team then described how Billy says that a Turkish woman had a security grill over her door. That information was not released to the public. Now, Santre Gayle was arrested and then placed in a secure unit. When he went to court, he was jailed for life and told that he must serve a minimum of 20 years. In some twisted and warped sense, Santre Gayle was also a victim in this. He was manipulated and led. Again, that doesn't make things right. Condolences. Stay safe.